SuperFreakonomics is the second book in a series written by American economist Stephen D. Levitt and American journalist Stephen J. Dubner. Levitt attended multiple colleges and even attended Harvard, where he got his Bachelor of Arts degree. In 1984, Stephen J. Dibner graduated from Appalachian State University with his Fine and Applied Arts degree, and later in 1990 went to Columbia University and earned his Master of Fine Arts degree. In the book, there is a discussion of many varying topics, but I chose 4 that give you a general idea of what the book contains. These topics go over some questions/problems in society and how incentives sometimes tend to drive a person in the real world. Number 1. The supply and demand of sex, more specifically, prostitution. The author gives a brief background of prostitutes and goes into detail on how the business was 100 years ago compared to now. They demonstrate in this chapter how even a service like prostitution works similar to the market of other services. More demand creates an increase in the potential profit, giving people an incentive to enter the market themselves. Levitt uses data from an insider who dealt firsthand with the prostitutes that were out on the street and gathered information this way. This helps create a deeper understanding of the topic. The next topic is correlation versus causation between a child's parents and their life experiences. Levitt found a correlation between the month a child was born and how likely they are to have health issues later in life. A baby from southeastern Uganda who is said to be born in May 2010 is 20% more likely to have health issues in life. This is due to Ramadan, a month of daytime fasting of no food or water, and most pregnant women of Muslim culture partake in this. This is what causes the abnormal births in this month. This then leads the author into what makes a terrorist and what characteristics are usually associated with them. He finds that a majority of terrorists found don't have life insurance, and this is why they should buy it. Third is behavioral economics and apathy/altruism. In this section, Levitt and Dubner talk about the difference between someone's greed or self-interest when it comes to being kind to others and genuine acts of kindness. At first, they believe that most people are greedy and self-interested, but after performing tests in a lab environment, they find that most people are altruists. They come to the conclusion if everyone was more giving and kind, a lot of the world's issues could be solved. Finally, they talk about varying problems and the solutions to these problems. The main idea to this point is that if you understand the issues and you have analyzed the data, you can come to a good solution, and in some cases, a very cost-effective one. One of the quotes I took from this book that really connects with the last point I made is, most of us want to fix or change the world in some fashion, but to change the world, you first have to understand it. When the author says this, he wants you to get your problem and really dig deep into the core of the issue. Find every possible cause of the problem, and analyze, interpret, and understand the data. Once you have achieved an understanding of the problem and have done all of that, you'll be able to solve the problem effectively. In my opinion, this is a great read, and I enjoyed the deep dive into topics from a wide range of categories, and it was fascinating how the authors were able to make correlations between unexpected topics. It provides thorough research and looks at topics through an incentive-based lens, while giving data to go with the topics mentioned to give the reader a better understanding of them, and still maintains a relatively interesting read.